Hi everybody, Mrs. Roberts here, and I'm going to read one of my favorite books. It's about Pete the cat, and its title is Pete's Big Lunch. It's a 1.2 level AR book, and the AR number is 159070. I'm going to read a little bit on the back of this because it gives me a summary of what the book is about. I like to read those so I have an idea of what to expect. It says Pete the cat is hungry. Pete is going to make the grooviest sandwich ever. But what happens if his sandwich is too big for Pete to eat? It sounds like there might be a problem in this story. Let's see if you can figure it out and also figure out what his solution is, Pete the cat's solution. I'm folding my book. Please don't do that at home. Again, I do it because it brings it closer to you so you can hopefully read along with me. Lunch. Here comes Pete. It is lunchtime. Pete is ready to eat. What time of day is it? Lunchtime. And what is Pete ready for? He is ready to eat. What should Pete eat? Here's his little thought bubbles. What should Pete eat? His thought bubble leads over to, what is that? A sandwich would be nice. He's thinking about having what for lunch? A banana or a sandwich? A sandwich. Yes, Pete wants a sandwich. Pete opens the fridge. What does he open? The refrigerator. He takes out a loaf of bread. He finds a yummy fish. Do you like fish on your sandwiches? Sometimes I like to have tuna fish sandwich, but I don't think I could eat a whole fish like that. He adds tomato and mayo, so that looks like a good sandwich. Bread, fish, tomato, mayo, 4 different items. I think that would be enough, right? Don't you? Pete looks at his sandwich. It is too small. Something is missing. So apparently for Pete, it's not enough. What is he adding up here on his sandwich? Is that an apple? I wouldn't add an apple to my sandwich, but it's a fiction book and he's a cat making his own sandwich, so he can add whatever he likes. Pete knows what it needs. His sandwich needs an apple. Pete loves apples. So what's his sandwich need? An apple, because that's what Pete loves. Now what's he putting on his sandwich? His sandwich needs crackers. Crackers are crunchy. Pete loves crunchy crackers. Why did he add crackers to his sandwich? Because he loves crunchy crackers. And that is something I never thought of doing. Maybe that's good on a sandwich. Pete looks at his sandwich again. It is still too small. Still too small. Oh my goodness. I wonder what he'll put on next. Pete is very hungry. Look at what is on this page. Do you think he's going to add all of these items to his sandwich? Let's find out. Pete adds a pickle. Pete adds cheese. Pete adds an egg, 2 hot dogs, a banana, and a can of beans. A can of beans on a sandwich? That just sounds like a sandwich I don't know if I would like. Look at his sandwich now. Something is missing. What could it possibly be? Can you predict what it might be? What might he put on his sandwich next? Look at this. Pete adds ice cream. Did you think of that? Because I surely would have never thought ice cream on a sandwich. He takes 3 huge scoops. 3 huge scoops of ice cream on his sandwich. Do you think it's enough now? Look at that huge sandwich. Pete's sandwich is too big for Pete to eat. Wasn't that what it said on the back, that his sandwich was too big to eat? That's our problem in this story. How do you predict he might solve that problem in this story. Pete wonders what to do. Pete thinks and thinks. Thinks. Can you come up with a solution to help Pete out? What do you think he's going to do? I have an idea. Was this your idea? I've got it, Pete says. Pete calls all of his friends. All of his friends are animals and they all have their own cell phone. I know this is a fiction story. He asks them to come over. A fiction story, as you know, is not true, can't happen in real life. Everyone goes to Pete's house. They are all very hungry. So I see animals riding skateboards and on a bicycle, and they're all wearing helmets and safety glasses, sunglasses. Fiction story. Pete shows them his big lunch. Look at that. Oh my. Are you hungry? Asks Pete. Pete's sandwich is big enough for everyone. Dig in, says Pete. Do you think they're all going to be able to eat all of that sandwich? I don't know. I'd like to find out. Pete's sandwich is good. Pete's sandwich is very good. Who got the ice cream? Looks like Pete got the ice cream. Pete's sandwich is all gone. Pete's friends are full. They liked Pete's big lunch. Thanks for lunch, Pete's friends say. Thanks for sharing. They're being polite. They're saying thank you. You're welcome, Pete says. Sharing is cool. So he's being polite too. He said, you're welcome. They said, thank you. He said, you're welcome. And he said, sharing is cool. And it is. It's good to share with people. If you have extra and you can share, then that's a good thing to do. Okay, guys, what was the setting of the story? I say Pete's house. That's where most of this took place, if not all of it took place there. And then who were the characters in the story? Pete the cat and his friends. What was the problem in the story? His sandwich was too big. His lunch was really big, too big for him to eat. And what was his solution to his problem? He called up his friends, said, hey, come over, I have some really good lunch, and shared his lunch. Okay, guys, once again, AR number 159070. Make sure you review this again so you can get 100% on that AR. Have an awesome day. Thank you for listening to this story with me.